Friday Night Showcase. Sponsored by WSN Live streaming made easy.
Plenty of reason to celebrate here on the News 25 Friday Night Showcase alongside Ansley Brent. I'm Jeff Hager, and we're throwing a party to commemorate the end of 7:30 start times.
Yes, absolutely. But perhaps even more exciting than that, finding a game in Week 6 of the high school football season, where both teams are still undefeated.
Pretty obvious choice for the News 25 game of the week is unbeaten Vancleave plays host to unbeaten Picayune. Let's head north on Highway 57. 4-0 Bulldogs rolling out the welcome mat for the 5-0 Maroon Tide, still the reigning 5A state champs for a reason. First drive of the game, Picayune going right to work, and this was one of the hardest working guys in the state. 4-star recruit Dante Dowdell, big time first down run down the home sideline. Now in between snaps, I ran all the way over to the visitors sideline, so on the very next play, a little shaky with the camera work here, but eventually we find Darnell Smith in the end zone, touchdown Tide, and just like that, it's 7-0 Picayune after a missed field goal for Vancleave. More from Dowdell. The former News 25 Student Athlete of the Week was a monster in this one. Just look at that. Second quarter now. Dowdell trying to go viral with this one. Jump man, jump man, jump man, jump man. Them boys up to something. Oh, he wants this one. Touchdown saving tackle by Ethan Davis, the senior, and it's literally a touchdown saving tackle. Picayune right on the doorstep, but you don't see this very often. Dowdell coughs it up, and the Bulldogs all over it. Feels like a big momentum shift, but the Maroon Tide immediately forcing a punt ensuing drive. Pass! Brady Robertson to Tyron Warren, tip drill to himself, and he's down all the way inside the 5, so it's almost like Picayune never left. And 3-star recruit Chris Davis gets himself a touchdown out of the deal. This Tide offense so dangerous. 14-0 visitors. Ensuing possession for Vancleave. The state's leading rusher, John Peterson, former News 25 Student Athlete of the Week as well, finally shakes loose. There he goes on the option pitch, flips the field in a big way, but will Vancleave take advantage? Well, not quite. Amarion Tyson comes busting through the line, and that's a sack for the junior, perhaps the shortest guy on the field, but he has the tallest heart, all kinds of fired up. Ball back to the Tide, and it's another pass. What is going on? Robertson to Daryl Smith, and this is almost like the Dayon Bilbo play last year. Same spot on the field, breaking 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles. Wow. Finally down in the red zone. Now, true story, I saw an Oregon scout walking into the game, and what do we have here? Dowdell, the Oregon commit, Oregon, making up for that fumble in a big way, showing off the power, showing off the speed, showing off all 4 stars. He had a 98-yard touchdown run in the second half as well. 21-0 Tide, 28-zip at the half. Picayune is an absolute wagon, ending Vancleave's perfect season with conviction. 49-7 is your final. The Tide improving to 6-0.
Elsewhere in Region 4 Class 5A, Long Beach hosting Gautier and almost baseball commit Caden Irving, who's averaging 310 passing yards per game, top in the entire state. First quarter, Gautier receives the ball first, and Irving and the Gators have a game plan. Irving sends a shot to Kevin Beavers to gain some confidence, and sends out play when it's planned, throwing the ball exactly what they'll keep doing. Irving with the snap, but this time sends it to Kaylin Edwards as they find their way closer to the end zone. Gautier does a really good job using both sides of the ball. Now Irving with the dart to, Irving. He notices the block and uses it to his advantage with his eyes on the prize and thankfully coming right at me. For the end zone, takes it all the way, touchdown Gators. Kick is good and Gautier's up 7-0 over Long Beach. The game keeps on rolling and so does the scoring, Gautier being leaders all the way till the end with a final score of 55-6.
The secret is out on Ocean Springs, defending Region 4 Class 6A champions, led by Mr. Football for Class 6A Alabama commit, Ray Hubbard.
But here's another secret. The Greyhounds might have the best defense on the coast, allowing less than 7 points per game.
And they score 36 points per game, so yeah, you get the idea.
Pretty good.
OS hosting DIberville, one of just 2 teams to have beaten the Greyhounds in the regular season dating back to the start of 2020, but this is 2022. First quarter, Ocean Springs starts with the ball and coming out swinging, moving the ball down the field with ease. Just a few plays later, the Greyhounds they find a wide open Jax Coleman going all the way in for a touchdown off the arm of Hubbard, making it a quick 7-0 still with 11 minutes in the first quarter. Powerful start for Ocean Springs, and that dominance hit just as hard on defense as the Warriors get the ball but are unable to do anything with it as they go for it on 4th and 1 and get stuffed by a hard-hitting Hounds D-line. Ocean Springs gets the ball back and get back to action with a massive run by Will Smith all the way down near the end zone. He was hurt from this hit, however, and was helped off the field. Hopefully, he's feeling okay. However, the Hounds did not let that run go in vain as it was punched in by Hubbard, making it 14-0 OS. Hounds getting another stop on 4th down, getting the ball back, and getting the ball back into the end zone with a soaring pass to Christian White from Hubbard for the last 7 points of the quarter. Domination, the name of the game, with the Hounds winning 40-0 against the Warriors.
Over at Milner Stadium, Gulfport hosting Pascagoula. Home team coming off a win over St. Martin. Road team coming off a loss to Harrison Central. We pick it up in the second quarter, Gulfport leading Gula 7-3. But here we go, here comes the snap.
Silas Corder.
Hey, gotta love him.
Ooh, hooking up with Mississippi State baseball commit Keelan Parnell. Love to see that. Of
course, but it sadly was overturned. But that's okay. Here he goes, running the ball, 16. Oh, and he's short, but it's not gonna be wasted. Don't worry. Here he goes. Palazzo hands it off to number 1. And he's
Emmanuel Beamer Benzer Bentley.
Oh, that's your favorite. I should have known. I remember
Gotta
it
love
now.
that.
And he does it almost to the end zone. Jukes him out, but he's down on the 1-yard line. So close, but don't worry. Guess what?
What?
There's more.
A touchdown?
Number 1 holds it, keeps it. Bentley goes. He pushes, and he gets it. And you know what? He likes to get people hyped. So here he goes. Student section behind me. Gotta love it. They're winning the final with Gulfport, 48 over Pascagoula, 24.
Last but not least, St. Martin hosting Hancock, and check out the homecoming Color Rush uniforms for the Yellow Jackets. # Colony on the front, Twitter handle on the back, swag. We pick it up late in the second quarter. Hawks leading 21-14 following a Yellow Jacket TD and a minute and a half left. Are in the 2-minute drill mode, moving the ball down the field. However, they seem to be moving too quickly as that ball picked off by DK Jenkins. He's the quarterback, by the way. Look at that. Picks it off in the end zone. He plays defense too. No last-second points. Yellow Jackets get the ball back and look to run a 2-minute drill of their own, except that 2-minute drill turns into, well, the ball is picked off again, this time by the Hawks linebacker Aiden Taylor. Check this out. He's bobbing and weaving, finally gets it up, and Taylor's like, thank you, and then about 20 seconds, doing a little run back too, and then about 20 seconds left, instead of a Hail Mary, they get creative and go for a little wide receiver screen to Tanner Ladner, and then a pitch to Destin Coleman, who goes all the way to the house, giving Hancock a 28-15 lead with just a half a second left on the board. Talk about a buzzer beater. The Hawks soar away as they close the game with a W. 35-21. We'll be back. I forgot. We got scores.
Yeah, we do.
All right. St. Stanislaus, my alma mater, the Rocketjaws, going and taking down Lakeshore out of Louisiana 38-20. And then St. Patrick, look at the Fighting Irish, 56-18 win over Snook Christian Academy.
Oh yes, and the Biloxi Indians over Harrison Central. Biloxi 21, Harrison Central 8. And this game's currently in overtime. West Harrison 43 and George County 43.
Look at the Hurricanes. We got to get a score check on that one to see who. I know. And then Biloxi 2-0, by the way, in district. That's a big start for them. East Central mowing them down 47-12 over PRC. Resurrection Catholic 58-6 over Salem.
Stone 45 over Moss Point with 18. And Greene County wide away with 48 over Bay High 34.
And we will be back in 30 seconds with your WXXE play of the day.
Mississippians love football, and our high schools in South Mississippi like Gulfport, Moss Point, and Ocean Springs stay connected with their students, parents, and community by live streaming events, including football through WSN Live. WSN Live provides your school with everything you need for professional and seamless live streams that are easy for students to run. And your fans can watch online from anywhere on any device. With WSN Live, your school gets the right gear, a rock-solid network, and game-time tech support. Learn more at WSNLive.com.
And now, the play of the day. Brought to you by Cannon Motors of Mississippi.
All right, courtesy of Rick Gogrieve. Got to give him a shout out whenever we can. Perfect play design, perfect execution. And that play, I mean, you look at the scoreboard at the end of the game. I know it was a 2-score game, but that could have been the difference. I mean, that's a backbreaker when you go into halftime and give that one up in the Color Rush jerseys. I gotta like it. I mean,
I love it, personally.
it's a lot of yellow, but it's like the right color yellow.
But
for
it's
them.
the best color ever, so it makes it okay.
Yeah, your golden eagle showing.
Just a little.
Just a little bit.
I didn't say gold, I said yellow. But
Yeah, so
you know what I meant.
And honestly, I mean, if Dante Dowdell had taken that little leap and broken tackle, and if you had taken that to the house, I think I would have, called my own number there and been like, I think that's the play of the day. But just
I'm sure we'll get him more
shoelace
later
tackle.
on, that's for sure.
Yeah. So this and that. So I mentioned the 98-yard touchdown run.
Right.
That's the second 98-yard touchdown run he's had. He had one against DIberville a few weeks ago. I mean, this guy's unbelievable. I know John Peterson leads the state in rushing. Dowdell is like, hey,
watch this.
Yeah, watch this. So anyway, big takeaways. Picayune, very good. Ocean Springs, very good. And they're like, they're going to keep winning until somebody knocks them off, I guess.
Good too.
Dude, Gautier really good too. Gulfport's good. I mean, a lot of good teams down here. The talent's about as good as I've ever seen it here in South Mississippi. Anyway, this has been week 6 of the Friday Night Showcase alongside Ansley Brent. I'm Jeff Hager. 7 o'clock starts next week. Please tune in on Fox and NBC for the Friday Night Showcase. More news, more weather after the break. Stay tuned.